So, are you ready? Ready for the last part of Sonichu the porno? You better be, because I'm pumped up and ready to... This is the one with pussy suffocation, isn't it? Yep, that's all of my motivation, just go. Last left our heroes. Sorry. Couldn't keep a straight face. When we last left these guys, they just made a long speech about why internet porn, which Christian himself has made, should be taken off the internet. In other words, other people's porn is bad, Christian's furry porn is good. So, now Sonichu and Roaster are waiting for a response by the man known as Jason. And this is where Christian gets to show his writing skills has improved by playing with our expectations and make Jason agree to Sonichu's demands and... I am a troll with no such beliefs. I know that we are born, then we die. The fuck does this have to do with porn? Anyway, he says the site will stay up and Sonichu is furious about this and he shoots off a shock beam that Jason easily blocks. So Sonichu runs towards him with a speeding fist. I suppose I'd better deal with this eventually. Have you guys ever noticed how he's punching, stretch out arm and running? There's a greater chance that you'll break your arm than inflict damage on your target, you stupid ass. Okay, Jason catches Sonichu with psi powers as Roaster looks in horror. He then flings Sonichu backwards into the arms of Roaster and... what the fuck? Why is he hurt in the front? When did Sonichu get hurt there? He got flung backwards and into Roaster. Should he even be damaged? Unless Jason's backhand gesture was actually a pimp slap. Don't you doubt for a second that a proper pimp slap can do that to anyone. My angel was right on time to catch my home run. Wouldn't it technically be Jason's home run? You don't see the pitcher claiming any rewards for home runs, now do you? So, the two of them turn to walk towards the elevator. Sonichu, let's go! There's no reasoning with that jerk! Forgiveness! Just like Joseph taught us. Again with the biblical stuff? Really? The man is just trying to run a business and now you're making silly demands. Cut the guy a break. On the next page, Christian interrupts us again. He explains how the spikes on the Sonichu's backs work and why Roaster didn't become shish kebab just before when catching Sonichu. I seem to have run all out of care. Meanwhile, while Sonichu is climbing on the ceiling of all places. Why? He walked into the office before, and that just goes to show there were no alarms in the floor. Now, how would this benefit Wild in any way? To avoid the guards? What guards? We haven't seen a single living soul above the second floor. Solid Snake, this guy is nuts. And I'm forced to say this is too stupid to make up, as Jason decides to throw a pickle in the back of Roaster's head. Let's just take that one again. Jason decides to throw a pickle in the back of Roaster's head. Where the fuck did he get pickles from? And why pickles? Is it a euphemism for penis? In that case, wouldn't a banana be better? You know, seeing Sonichu is bright yellow? This of course pisses Roaster off as she immediately dismisses all the Christians she just said. Kind of reminds you of something, doesn't it? Hell camping, you still owe me a rapture. I want to play real life Fallout. So Roaster sees red, literally, and starts mooning us or giving us a panty shot. Or maybe she's just taking a dump. Shit if I know. So she unzips her boots for some odd reason and jumps up in the air as we're treated to another panty shot. Being a hardcore otaku, allow me to point out that panty shots are supposed to be seductive and teasing. Like you curse the fact that there's a thin layer of cloth between you and what's behind it. Here you're practically wishing that there was a 5-inch thick metal plating in between. Rosechu then discards her bra as well and in mid-air also leaps out of her panties. I am the power! I am the warrior!
You're the special with the rocket fuel, Hulk Hogan!
I am the almighty woman! True to all of my gender, I will overpower any evil or good man who defies us and make harm succumb to our will. I have the almighty uterus. That makes me strong and super powerful enough to protect the loved ones within me until the energy to the glorious birth. By my ferocious will, I shall punish he who has defiled my people with the world unnatural addition ever by this one's heinous hand. So yeah, I don't even think I need to make a joke here. I am woman! Hear me roar! I'm a man! Hear me snore! And, as she promised, she roars a lot and here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The long-awaited, unforgivable, and unforgettable pussy suffocation. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. And I'm not a complete moron. I guess what Christian was going for was the Frankenstein, which is where you place a leg on each side of the enemy's head, lean backward, and take your enemy with you. But she stays on his neck. In fact, it kind of looks like she's pushing him further and further inside of her. And the next thing we know, he's on the brink of death. If you got any theory besides pussy suffocation, I'd like to hear it. And after this, Rosechu is all out of breath. Let's rewind and see what she did. She crushed a pickle, undid her shoes, jumped up in the air, stripped, landed on a guy, and choked him with her groin. Not exactly a workout now, is it? So, Rosechu apparently has similar powers as Sonic in Sonic Unleashed and can transform into a werewolf or some shit and not remember it afterwards. Meanwhile, Wild is still climbing around on the damn ceiling. Dude, you're overdoing it. Plus I dare say people will notice a bright green hedgehog zipping and swinging to various places. Wild then lands in front of Sonichu and Rosechu as they recap what has happened on each their ends. They then talk with Maggie-chan through telekinesis and he says he'll teleport them to Kvikville. If you could do all that, what the fuck was the point with all the drama up to this point? So we return to Kvikville and Wild returns the power to the balls, which he apparently had stored in his arms. Legendary crystals, hear my call. Reveal your powers from my arms, hollowed halls. So, Wild's arms are hollow. Why not? Oh, that's right, because if they were, he wouldn't be able to do all the shit he just did with swinging and clinging to the ceiling. So, according to Patty the dog, they only need one more crystal ball to have them all, besides the two Christian brought with him into the time warp. Ah, hero, ladies and... Nope. Still can't keep a straight face. So we then clip to Sonichu and Rosechu's backyard where all the girls are gathered. Especially Sonichu. Thanks again for coming over to help, Lolisa. What exactly has there been to help with? Removing Jason's snot from your almighty ovaries? It really bothers me knowing that such a slander against our womanhood is going on right now. She says this to the cover model of the Pokeboy magazine. She even mentions that right afterwards. And hey, she apparently too has centerfolds. God forbid they were, I don't know, mediocre ladies. Speaking of God, with our Lord's support in our peaceful protest, we can win this fight. You're what? Peaceful? Rosie just tried and almost succeeded in choking a guy to death with her vagina. That's as peaceful as shooting a guy in the knee. With a bazooka!
Yeah, and if nothing else, we can still have a lot of fun trying.
Oh God, shut up, just shut up! What then follows is a cheering song for women's rights. Which is fair. I'm all for that. Then suddenly another rose tube pops out of nowhere. Literally. Ever thought that seeing the races called Sonichu and Rosechu, it's pretty much the same as us calling a female woman and a guy man as names?
I hope this is the right place. I hate making that mistaken turn in the wrong place.
Don't look much like Los Angeles to me. I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
This new digging Rosechu is known as Simonla. Seeing she is no way connected to Christian, she isn't gonna get much screen time anyway, so don't worry about not remembering her name. She has arrived with the backdrops for their photo shoot. And
I like to volunteer my services and a model.
a fucking gan! Everyone on the good guys team is a fucking model, aren't they?
Splendid! With our process group growing, we will really hit those garbage sacks hard with our glorious womanhood.
Alright, you guys know I'm not English. So, when I was younger and had to learn about the English language, a woman's vagina was constantly referred to as womanhood. Now, I don't know for sure if it's really that. A wiki search told me differently, but wow, I'm getting all sorts of crazy images in my head right now. And the worst part is, the sentence still sucks, even if it isn't the case. Rosechu is fortunately stopped from saying more by a little flying Rosechu called Sapina.
My name is Sapina. I apologize for zipping by so fast, but when I get excited, it's hard to stop me. Anyway, I heard you were looking for models. I wanted to model my services of cuteness. I've just turned 14 years cute.
Rosechu is first against the idea, but Lisa says fuck the rules and even lets Sapina use her tail as a spotlight. Really? Her tail's a spotlight? You know, that's one of those crappy ass abilities I'd get if I got superpowers. And so this volume ends with Rosechu striking a pose in a bathrobe with a clipboard because... fuck it. I got nothing. But oh God, ladies and gentlemen, we did it! We honest to God managed to get through the Sonichu porn issue. And better yet, we only got one more to go. So join me next time where... Wait a minute. There's more. There's two more. Oh, son of a bitch.